do you? I mean, people buy a telly or whatever, they have it for X, Y, Z amount of time, they just throw the thing away. I usually give things away to sort of other people when I'm done with them, if they want them. You know, there's always somebody out there who'll be grateful for a computer or whatever it might be. Okay, Howard, great to speak to you. Enjoy your walk, and thanks for coming in and saying hello to us, and thanks for the good wishes. Yeah, 59. I was still a young lad, be great. Okay, enough of that. Okay, Howard, it's always a pleasure, and we'll speak to you again maybe next week or whenever. Okay, folks, that's us at the bottom of the list again, looking for some more check-ins. I'm pretty sure you'll know what to do, but this is GM5 DVS. Off Mike 5 Digital Voice Scotland. My name's Kev, I'm Net Control. Looking for any check-ins, give your call sign twice, slowly and phonetically. Cheers, Ed.
Zero Yankee Delta Golf, Mike 0 Yankee Delta Golf.
M0 Yankee Delta Golf, I think that was. Stand by. Is there anyone else would like a wee shout in? This is GM5 DVS. Cheers, Ed.
2 Mike 0 Bravo Golf Kilo 2M0 BGK.
Okay, 2M0 BGK. Anyone else? GM5 DVS. Cheers, Ed. Okay, in reverse order we have 2M0 BGK. Yeah. And M0YDG. I think I'm right. I think that's Lee. However, I'm sure you know your name, so I'll put it over to you and hopefully I've got it right. This is GM5 DVS. Go ahead.
5 DVS, M0 YDG. Good evening, Kev. Yeah, you got it right, it's Lee. Down in Yorkshire, very cold Yorkshire this evening. -3 on my weather station at the moment. Hope everybody's well on the net. I thought I'd check in. Not heard anybody else come through on the system. Been quite busy today. Got another repeater on the air at the other side of Barnsley in South Yorkshire. So we're just getting another one to join the network down here. So it's getting bigger each week. So quite enjoying it. Just need to get some users now to come and say hello. But yeah, hope you're okay. Hope you had a good festive season. I think we did speak between Christmas and New Year, if I remember rightly. But yeah, hope everything's well, Kev. Over.
Yeah, fine business, Lee. Yeah, everything's fine, mate. Yeah, I think we did talk one day on HubNet. I think I heard you putting a call out, or was that? It might have been your mate, Joe. Out. He was mobile anyway, I know that, and he put a call in and I gave him a wee shout and he come back, what a chat, and yeah, we started speaking about that's good because we've actually got we've got quite a few now though, but yeah, but of course now and again a box goes off here and there, doesn't it, everywhere, doesn't matter what network, there's always repeaters drop off and people get fed up running them or whatever, but there's always somebody else willing to usually pick up the stick and start again. Anyway, Lee, back to you. GM5 DVS. I wonder how your Christmas and New Year was. Over here, by the way, it's 4 degrees. Well, I'm using smart speakers. The Amazon speaker said it's 4 degrees, and it says it'll be at 0 degrees later on. And the Apple speaker, it tells me it's 6 degrees. It didn't give a low temperature, so one of them's lying. So I don't know which one. It doesn't feel too cold though. Back to you.
YDG. Yeah, well, it's quite cold down here. When I left Rob's earlier over Barnsley, M1LOU's house, my mum was frozen. That was about 5:30. So yeah, it's quite chilly down in Yorkshire. Yeah, you seem to have warmer weather than we do lately. It's normally the other way around. I had a good festive season and greetings and the rest of DJ'd for most of it over Christmas and Boxing Day and New Year and New Year's Day and all that. And a couple in between as well. I'm quite busy. So I enjoyed that. And I had to go back to reality and go to proper work. So I started back on the 4th of January. That was Saturday. Yeah, I got jobbing in on Saturday, so it was the 4th. And we just work from there, and we're just back in the grind as we call it. Keeps the money in, allows me to buy radios. But yeah, it was quite nice to get the repeater. It's something I've been building, built it before Christmas, and we said we were going to get it on the air, so we replaced a gateway with a repeater. Because it was always a bit of a problem with the lads down there, because we're all on the handhelds getting into the gateway, and you can always hear them if you're on the same gateway. So repeaters are always better. That's why we did it. So it's on test tonight, and I do keep flicking my handheld over to it because I can hear it from here, and it seems okay. Seems to be working well. I had a bit of good fun on Thursday on 2-meter sideband, working into Sweden and Denmark and Germany and various other European places on 2-meter SSB. Really, really good fun. So we've had quite a nice bit of a lift on, as we say down here. I'm not sure if you guys have seen any of it up there, but it's been quite interesting. Quite enjoyed it. I was sending Andy a couple of videos because I know he's going to get back on 2-meter sideband. But I've quite enjoyed that. I did have a listen earlier on today for the AM guys on 40 metres, but never heard anything. So I put the radio in AM, that were it. It was just too much noise. But I think we all have to suffer with that. Let me just take a break. And yeah, so missed out on a couple of contacts. One of my friends went out on the hills to have a go. He didn't do very well up there. As soon as he got set up, a contest started on the sideband. And you know, if you're running AM, you need quite a bit of space. So it didn't happen for him either, which is a shame. But I think that's going on well 12 tomorrow. So maybe have a little tune around tomorrow. You may hear a couple of AM stations. You never know. Anyway, back to you, Kev. Nice to hear you on, and thanks for running the net as always. And we do connect up on a Saturday, try to get you a bit of activity, but you know, it just seems quite quiet down here lately. Not sure why. GM5 DVS M0YDG.
M0YDG GM5 DVS returning. Yeah, it could be the Scottish accent, great zone on there. Or it's, you know, I honestly think, you know, I actually think there's too many modes and everybody's just sitting in their wee groove and no one's really talking to anybody these days. That's just my opinion, of course, but yeah, that's what I'll stick to anyway. That's what I think. I think there's too many modes. Back in the day when it was just analog, the bands, you know, 2 meters and stuff was quite busy, but now we've got all those different modes. There's just, everybody's just scattered all over the place, and to be honest, it seems to me that a lot of people just seem to speak to their mates these days, but it's a shame, but that's just the way it's going. Okay, Lee, thanks for coming in, and you know, when you speak to Josh next time, tell him I'm asking for him. Had a good chat about guitars and stuff. I was telling him about the guitar I've got. The thing is unplayable. It probably could be made to work, but I'm not going to sit and spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours making it work. It's a horror. It's a really cheap thing, so you know, you get what you pay for. It's a nice looking guitar. It's a shame, but it's rubbish. So it's unplayable. So I've gave it to my son-in-law, who won't play it, but he's hung it on his wall. It'll look quite nice in his living room, I suppose. But yeah, horror of a guitar, really cheap. It's called a Rock Jam. Don't buy them, folks. They're rubbish. Firelight with strings on it. Okay. I think, oh no, 2M0 BGK, over to you, Gordon. GM5 DVS.
And you too.
GM5 DVS 2M0 BGK. Returning. Evening, Kev. Everyone else on the net. Nice to hear you. Nice to hear you back on. Thought you were coming back last week. But, I've got to drop it was this week. Not been up to very much. God, you're getting old now. 59. I'll be catching up with you this year. October. But still got the rest of the year to go, I suppose. Soon be getting your bus pass and your letter for the king. Hi. Probably not very much. Busy elsewhere, doing other things. Occasionally pop onto HubNet, but as of late I've sort of came off. It's just the same thing. The end date. So get up with that. Nothing else really to report. Trust everything's okay. Take it all is still in fine fettle. Dave and Bowie, they were at the vets today for their check-up. Putting the beef on. Literally putting the beef on. Was put off a standard food. They're on tripe now. Raw tripe. Kev, just for allergies. Bowie's back was breaking out and everything like that, and it was costing us a fortune at the vets. So that's a couple of months they've been on the raw stuff and their coats, and even their stature is a lot better. Some folk didn't like raw, but at the end of the day, it's not us that's eating it, it's the dogs, and if it's benefiting them, then happy days. 2M0B GK.
Yeah, Roger. GM5 DVS returning. You, yeah, okay, we'll get this out the road. Olive's retired now. She's now a lady of leisure. So that's her finished. So as agreed, my daughter's I rehomed her to her, and you know, that's it. So that's it for a while. I don't know when, you know, someone will turn up eventually, but I'm getting annoyed by a cat at the moment. I see him speaking to Oliver. He's like, no, speak to me. So that's that. But apart from that, nothing much has been going on really. That was big enough, to be honest. She just never quite recovered fully from her cancer operation. So, she was struggling. So anyway, it was the right time. So that's her retired now. But she's fine, and so am I. But yeah, nothing lasts forever. Raw food, I wouldn't feed it, but I'm not condemning anyone who does it. That's a personal choice. And, it's up to yourself. The smell of tripe, I'm just thinking, my God, the smell of tripe wafting through the house, delicious. Some people eat it. Some people actually eat that stuff. I tried it once. It's horrible. For me, anyway. Maybe some people love it, but for me, it was absolutely awful. I knew a guy who used to eat tripe and onions. There you go. Lovely. But, nah, I tried it and it was just absolutely disgusting. Have you give it a go? Hopefully cooked, not raw.
No. My mum used to. My stepdad used to. No, the smell puts me off. But no, this is all minced. It's to a raw food place, which is local to us. So we go up, we get it frozen. It's all in like kilo bags. So it just comes out. In fact, it'll come out in the next sort of 10 minutes out the freezer. Left it for in the morning to thaw out, and that's it. Just it's done. I don't know. Obviously, there's no smell weed in the cook or anything, Kev, unlike back in the day where you went to the butcher's or the slaughterhouse or something like that, and you got it and boiled it and the water turned green and everything, because obviously it's coos intestines, isn't it? Just like it's awful, isn't it? It's awful. Well, it is awful. But no, I haven't. The smell just puts me off, and we did think that when we got it. We thought, oh, it's going to be stinking. The dogs have got. Obviously, they breed the dogs, bulldogs. You know what I mean? They fart at the best of times. But no, in all honesty, no smelly farts. Nothing like that. What a topic, and they are looking healthier. They're looking a lot better. Because we just couldn't get to the bottom yet, Kevin. You know what I mean? It was getting to the stage where carpets, we're thinking about carpets, well, at the sofa, is it this, is it that, is it the next thing? What's breaking these dogs out in these, it was like highs. You've seen highs on a dog. That's what it was like. We thought, this is no fair on the dog. And obviously the vet bills were sky high. Oh, try this, try that. And Debbie just says, you know what, I'm going to try this. And she has. And so far it's been brilliant for the dogs. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. You did that with Olive. That's what we're doing with yours. 2M0 BGK before I time it.
Jim 5 DBS. Yeah, well, that's it. Unfortunately, animals can't really tell you what's wrong, can they? They just sort of come here and I've had it before. I had a German Shepherd. He actually had to clip him. You don't usually, as you know, you've had Shepherds, you don't usually ever have to clip a GSD. But Austin had a bad skin condition. So you had to get clipped twice a year. And when he got clipped, he looked like a goat. He was a big lad. He weighed 52 kilos. And he was quite a big lad, a handful as well. Very boisterous. I think you actually met him. I'm pretty sure you did meet him once. But yeah, he was a lovely dog. He's gone now. Passed on. But yeah. Okay, Gordon, good to speak to you, and I'm still diddling about here, just doing my thing, not much changes here, apart from it's taking a wee bit of getting used to Olive not being pattering about, but I'll get there. Okay, all the best, 7-3, and we look forward to the next one. Okay, anyone else? We're getting towards the end of the net now, but you'll probably get 2 or 3 in yet. This is GM5 DBS, Golf Mike 5 Digital Voice Scotland. This is the Coast to Coast Net. My name's Kev, I'm in control. Give your call sign twice slowly and phonetically. We'll be in the login working. This is Golf Mike 5. Golf Mike 5 Digital Voice Scotland. Cheers.
291 Tango Mike Golf. 291 Tango Mike Golf.
Hey Tom, we've got you. Anybody else? We've got 2M1 TMG. Anybody else? This is Golf Mike 5 Delta Victor Sierra, looking for any last minute check-ins on the Coast to Coast net. We're here every Saturday night from 2100 hours British time till 2300 hours usually. GM5 DVS, cheers.
2 Echo 0 Echo.
Golf Mike 0, Uniform Bravo. That's GM0 UUB. Graham here, Alloa, Central Scotland.
2 Echo 0 Echo Victor Papa.
We've got anyone else? Anybody else would like to join? This is GM5 DVS. We're getting towards the end, so it'd be a good DVS, cheers.
Mike 0, Alpha Lima Lima, Mike 0, Alpha Lima Lima, hi Kevin, it's Alex.
Good evening, Alex. Good to hear you. Okay, so we've got Alex. This is reverse order M0 ALL. GM0 UUB. And at the top, we've got 2M1 TMG. It's rather strange hearing that last bit of the call there. Anyway, good evening, Tom. How are you doing? Happy New Year and all that. Did you have a good time? Did you disgrace yourself, or were you good?
Good to hear you on again, Gav. No disgracing myself. You had a very quiet New Year. Although New Year's Day was a bit more exciting. And we had some friends and then just had a bit of a kick at the ball. So I enjoyed it very much indeed. And Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, and kind of almost forgot you were on tonight, and I actually called in last week. There was some people chatting on the channel, and I did wonder, but no, it was just a random meet-up, I think. So I didn't join in. And I nearly forgot tonight, actually. I left it kind of late, but good to catch you on at least. So go well. Mark, yeah.
Yeah, good. Good, all good, Tom. Yep. Yeah, Christmas and New Year was fine for me, all quiet, but it was fine. Christmas was fairly quiet actually this year. I went down with my daughters. We had other plans, but they kind of fell through at the last minute. So, you know, but I went to my daughters and had Christmas lunch. New Year, I don't really bother with it because, to be honest, as I've said, I used to be a musician of sorts, and to be honest, I've seen too many bad drunks, so I don't drink. A Scotsman that doesn't drink, so there you go. Okay, Tom, I'll go back to you for one more, and then we'll go down the list and see. I think it's who's next. Yeah, Graham's next. But good to hear you on there, Tom, and you're sounding good. Are you going to be having a look at the going up to the next level sometime this year, over?
The plan kind of, you know, there was going to be a course running in January, and I thought, well, while I was on a roll, I would just keep going and see if I could end up with the full ticket. But unfortunately, we've both been in hospital. It's been postponed. I don't know when they'll be running it again now. Or indeed, if it does happen, I thought somebody else might have taken it on, but didn't seem to be the case. I got an email saying that I had the choice to get my money back or just leave it until such times as they're on it. And I said I would just leave it for now. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But I'll play along with the 2M1 ticket for a while. And I think I might be exhausting my brain cells, given that I'll be 70 in September coming. So anyway, I'll give the others a chance because you're getting the shelf time, and we'll catch you again, hopefully. And one, thank Michael, back to you.
Okay, GM5 DVS returning all good. Yeah. I was just checking that. I thought I'd maybe put your call in wrong there, but I've not. That's fine. 2M1. Because quite a lot of them are like 2M0s and stuff these days, but 2M1 is fairly unique. But anyway, there is a few around still, but yeah, you don't hear so many of these 2E1s and stuff going around these days. But good to hear you, Tom, and we'll look forward to the next one. Yeah, sometimes better. You know, everybody's different. Some people, it's a good thing for them just to power on. I'm pretty sure you'll get courses online, though. Maybe you want to actually go in person, but I think the Essex Hams course or places like that, you know, I'm pretty sure you could actually do the whole thing just remotely. You know, you wouldn't have to go to a centre. I don't know for sure. Maybe you still do, but I'm pretty sure you can set the whole thing from home now. I don't know how they would validate though that, you know, somebody wasn't googling away on their phone looking at answers and stuff. Must be a way. I think they set up cameras or something like that. They ask you. I don't really know. A long time ago since I sat the exam. So there we go. Okay then, Tom. We'll speak maybe next week. Yeah, the next back on again. It took a wee bit. It took 3 weeks off. So 1 week was a bit unexpected. It was my birthday last week and I forgot. And I knew that my daughter would want to take me somewhere. Stand by. Yeah, GM5 DVS. Yeah, just unkeying there because I was getting a bit paranoid. I was getting near the end of my timer. So there we go. Okay, Tom, a pleasure to speak to you as always. And yeah, just you know, you can always have a wee look at the books in the meantime and see if you learn anything. These books are not, in my opinion, of course, not really great bedtime reading like, but you know, you just have to plough through them. But they're not bedtime reading, are they? Really? But okay. Yeah, GM0UUB over to you, Graham. How are you doing? Good to hear you on.
Well, thank you, Kev. It's great to hear you back on, sir. I kind of missed you hearing your net on a Saturday, that's for sure. So good to hear it back on, and well, a belated happy birthday for last weekend as well. And always, it's always good to notch up another year, isn't it? And fine business. No, it's just great hearing you back. Absolutely wonderful. And it's well, goodness me, I had a couple of things to say, but. Anyway, well, Happy New Year as well. And what else? Well, we've had a kind of exciting week this week. Don't know if you saw anything about it, because it wasn't really kind of widely advertised and maybe not so welcomed by many. But anyway, we did have King Charles visit us here just on Thursday there. So he came to Alloa, and his Korsky helicopter, the S-75, I believe it was, he landed in a field nearby, and he came on and they went to Salkey for a wee while. We didn't expect that. And then he came to Alloa, visited a charity place, and they had some local kind of businesses make an appearance, and some school children were representing various schools around the area and everything else. It didn't last very long, it was maybe an hour and a half, and they was back in the helicopter, and they flew up to Balmoral, so that's where I think he must be right now. So I was tracking his helicopter on flight radar, and once it dropped him off at Balmoral, obviously the Scottish residents there, it went down to Dundee, so it's packed up, I believe, at Dundee just now. So there we go, very fancy helicopter altogether. But yeah, I went down, just myself. Helen was kind of too tired, but I walked down into town here in Alloa, and they managed to catch a glimpse, and I got to within about 15 feet of King Charles. He was coming along the line, shaking hands, and saying hi to everybody. And I thought, oh, he'll be here in just a couple of minutes. And I don't know, maybe I was kind of looking a bit kind of a dodgy character. I'm not too sure. But anyway, the police kind of whisked off back into his car before he can reach me. And away he was. So yeah, it was kind of brief. But hey, listen, it was kind of fun as well. Quite excited. So so that was the excitement here. And like I say, it was kind of by invite only. So only a few of us kind of caught up to the fact that he was actually visiting Alloa. So there we go. Anyway, hope you're well, sir, and you've been listening to the traffic, and yeah, great to hear you back on. Apologies, GM0UUB, that was me timing out. Sorry about that, Kev. Back to you, sir, from GM0UUB.
It's okay, I do it all the time, so I'm not going to lecture anyone on timing out. Although I don't know if I've done it tonight actually, for what you see. I'll probably go and do it now. But yeah, I usually do time out 2 or 3 times in the net. Yeah, I wonder how much that little operation cost the taxpayer, flights on helicopters and stuff. You know, I believe he likes to bang the big drum about the environment stuff, and here he is flying around on choppers everywhere. There we go. How the other half lives, eh? But yeah, nothing much to report here, Graham. Just the same old, mate. Just the same old. Like I say, that last week was unexpected. I was having a couple of weeks at Christmas, but yeah, that last one that caught me unawares. I'd forgot that my birthday would be coming up, and of course, Andy pointed it out to me and said, "Look, do you want to do it?" I said, "Nah, my daughter will probably organise it," and she did. And I went to hers last Saturday for a Chinese meal and stuff. Yeah, it was good. It was good. And yeah, and got a nice set of Aftershokz headsets. Other brands are available. But yeah, I was needing them, so she'd obviously heard me saying my other ones were broken. I did buy a cheap pair just to stand in just now. I'll take a key. GM5 DVS picking it up. And yeah, these, you know, so the old gosh, I'm sorry Graham, I forgot 59, senility must be creeping in. I've lost the plot. I'll put it back to you for one more, Graham, sorry. GM5 DVS, over.
Very good, Kev. Hey, 59, man, I'll tell you, we're very, very close. I'll be 59 just at the end of February. So yeah, you're just slightly older than me, only slightly. So there we go. So I didn't actually realise that our birthdays and their actual ages were so close. So there we go. But anyway, no, it's just great to hear you back there, Kev. It's good to talk to you, and glad everything's doing well. And good to know you had a Chinese last Saturday for your on your birthday. I do love Chinese food. Indeed, myself, Helen Queen of Scotland, MM7HQS, waving a wee royal hand towards you from the royal box as well. We've actually changed our favourite Chinese takeaway. So there's a place in Sochi called New Panda, and it's quite amazing, honestly. And and they don't pay me to advertise on air or anything, but honestly, we've had some wonderful meals out of there for the last couple of months, and yeah, it's going to be a kind of regular go-to. So there we go. It was something else before, but it kind of changed hands, and it wasn't so good after that. So I think everybody has their own kind of favourite takeaways. So there, I do like a Chinese. But anyway, Kev, I'd like to carry on, sir. I know Alex is waiting in the wings, and we always like to hear from Alex, so I'll let you go to say hi to him. And I also heard, oh, by the way, I did hear Martin 2E0, Victor Papa, that's 2E0 Echo Victor Papa. He was trying to check in earlier as well. You doubled with him. So if you've got time, you could maybe add him to the end of the list there. But I'll leave you alone, sir. And yeah, next week I think we're going to head up to Inverness and see my mum. So next weekend I'll tell you about my visit to Inverness. Anyway, back to you. Thank you so much. GM5 DVS. This is GM0 UUB. Take care, Kev.
GM5 DVS picking up. Yeah, okay. Graham, all good. And good evening to you, Helen, if you're listening. And good to hear you. Good to see you're still there. And I don't hear you on the radio very much these days, but maybe you'll get back to that. I hope so, anyway. But it's good to know you're still doing okay. And yeah, that's that. So okay, let's. I've got a cat on my knee. I'm going to have to shove him off. Come on, good boy. 0 ALL. I'll take your call, and then 11 o'clock. So I'll see if Martin. I can't remember his call. I forgot it already. But if you're listening, Martin, I'll just have to shout you by name, and I'm sure you will respond if you're there. Probably half a dozen Martins. It's me you want, but there we go. Anyway, over to you, Alex. How are you doing? Good to hear you on M0 ALL GM5 DVS.
GM5 DVS, M0 ALL returning. Good evening, Kev. It was good to hear Ken Bruce, the radio presenter, on just before me. Oh, actually, it was Graham. If you want to know you sound like Graham, just listen to the radio. You're just like Ken Bruce, very relaxed and humorous. Graham, I'm sorry I wasn't on your net last night. I wasn't feeling too well. Every week, Kev, you talk about yourself being a musician and your guitars. And that's a good thing. You've inspired me. I'm both a saxophonist and clarinetist. I've got a Selmer tenor sax that was made in the 1940s. All the lacquer's worn off. There's a couple of dents. It sounds fantastic. It's a bit like Scotch whiskey. It matures with age. I've also got a Hanson clarinet. I mean, it was expensive at the time. I haven't played either for over 30 years. But listening to you week after week, I think I'll get the sax and the clarinet out. Oh yeah, it used to be quite good, but I just for some reason I just put them away. I'll just take a pip very quickly. F0AWL is ready. Thursday I had a prostate biopsy. Great fun. I'm still recovering. But the only reason to tell you that is that, how can I put it? So I would highly encourage people, or men, sorry, not women. Women don't have prostates. But a man, once you're over 50 years of age, I would highly encourage you to go and have a PSA test for prostate cancer. And I left it till I was 8, but I'm paying the price now. All men out there, if you're over 50, bite the bullet. Go and get a PSA blood test. If only just to let yourself know that you're in the clear. If you're not, then you've got time to do something about it. So on that cheery note, I shall get my my instruments out tomorrow, and I can still play. And it's great to hear Ken Bruce just before myself. Take care, Kev. Great talking to you. 7-3. Take care. Keep warm. Cheerio now.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. Good to hear you on, and good advice. I did get a PSA check. It's a wee while, a couple of years maybe. I had a few issues going on. It wasn't that, but we managed to get to the bottom of it. But pardon the pun. I think men are pretty guilty of. I was just speaking to somebody the other day, one of my mates actually, and men are quite bad for. They don't do anything, they don't speak about depression. They don't really sort of go to their doctor. And sometimes they'll go into their doctor. In actual fact, they're going in with a different problem, but they don't get around to telling them what it actually is they're in for, and they make up some nonsense, which is silly because you're wasting your time and the doctor's time, which is even worse. You better just go and get it seen to. You'll get your help, and hopefully you'll be fine. Most of the time you are. Okay, Alex, I wish you all the best, and we'll say 7-3 to you. Okay, I can't remember the call sign. It might have been something EVE. The name's Martin. I was told that you called in, and I didn't hear you. I think I must have been shouting as well. Anyway, Martin, if you're listening, I'll take your call. I'll have to be quite quick though, because we've got a cron-tab that'll kick in and dump me ceremoniously onto another network in about 10 minutes. So over to you, Martin, if you're listening. Sorry, I don't have your call. GM5 DVS.
Hi, Roger. Yeah, good evening, Kevin. It's still the evening. We have spoken before a couple of times. I've checked into your nets in the past a couple of times. The call sign is 2 Echo 0 Echo Victor Papa 2E0 EVP. Location is 6 miles northeast of the city of Sheffield. Kevin. So yeah, good evening to you and everybody else on the net. Yeah, I was just listening to the other station on about getting tested for prostate cancer. I'm just going through all of that right now. I've just done a a bowel cancer test. Where I live here, down in Sheffield, they cut once you reach 55, they start calling you in because you get old. So I'm just going through all those tests right now with bowel cancer and prostate tests through my doctors. So bit of a palaver to do, but it's always best to get all these things checked out with people having these sort of problems later on in life there, Kevin. But no, I'll let you go. I think you said you got another net to go to, so that's fine. I don't have much else to say. Just to say good evening to everybody, and also check into the net over from 2E0 EVP.
Yeah, no problem. Good to hear you on. And I keep forgetting I'm on VHF. I've got a cron tab set for my other node, which is also connected to DVSPH. But at roughly 11:30 at night, I'll just, well, on a Saturday, it'll switch back to another network. But yes, so I keep forgetting I'm going on VHF. Thanks for the reminder. That was just a wee private message. Yeah, okay. We seem to have turned this net into a bit of I think we'll call it the doctor's surgery. Yeah, it's all good. But okay, I will wind the net up, folks, as I'm going away to, just settle down for the night. But thanks. It's been a good net, actually. I had a little bit of trepidation, I'll be honest. There's a good word. I had a bit of trepidation, I'll say that word again, I like it. And about coming on this evening, because I thought, I've been off for a while, it'll probably be dead. But you've came up trumps, and for that I will thank each and every one of you, because without you guys, there just wouldn't be a net. So thanks so much for everyone who's connected and actually joined in. To the shortwave listeners, let me take a tip. GM5 DVS, picking it up. To the shortwave listeners, we wish you well as well, and we thank you for tuning in and listening. We look forward to, at some point, maybe you should have a wee look if you enjoy what you're hearing and you enjoy the traffic. You think, I'd be kind of interested. You can find out quite a lot on the net if you Google around about amateur radio. And, it'd be great to see some of you sit your exam in the future and come on the radio. Be a real buzz for me to hear you, some of the guys come in, or girls of course, come in and say, you know what, I've been listening to you for 6 months and I sat my exam, and that's me on the air. Anyway, thank you, and sorry folks about the drama at the very beginning of the net. I guess that threw me into panic stations. For those who don't know, my computer decided, it wasn't its fault, it was me, but it decided to start doing lots and lots of updates. There was 20 odd updates, programs that needed updating, and it just would not let me just say no. I just kept on coming back. Eventually I had to kill the program using Task Manager. But anyway, it's all's good, and we thank you again, folks. It's been a good night. 7-3, we'll see you here at 9 o'clock next Saturday night. This is GM5 DVS, wishing you all well. I'll go back to my own call sign, MM0TMG. If you look me up on QRZ, you can send your hate mail. Have a good week, folks. I look forward to hearing you again. MM0TMG, 7-3.
M0TMG, 2M0VD, looks like I've missed you, Kev. I've rolled the dice this week. I'll catch you on the next one, so apologies from me. 2M0VD.
a real just quick hello and goodbye, but you're in the log anyway, over. Come on, 2M0 VD GM5 DVS.
Yeah, got you, Kev. Yeah, I've rolled the dice this week and left it too late. On your last round, you had 3, so I thought, I'll wait. I thought you would shout again, but the time, obviously, it took to do those 3 overs. I ran out of time, Kev, so I'll catch on the next one. Apologies for that, mate. I'm going to be a bit quicker on the button. So round to you, 2M0 VED.
Yeah, fine business, no worries. We'll maybe get you to come up with that wee spider amp. And I'll have a wee look at it. I had a look at one on eBay. But didn't ended up buying another Rowan Cube. I'm waiting on it coming, but I've had stuff come from China quicker, do you know that? That's 2 weeks or something I've been waiting. I'll get another. It said, what was it, the 19th of January or something will be the last date. I'm not even sure what date this is. It might be that date now, but anyway, I'll wait sometime next week, then I'll start making noises about it. Okay, 7-3 Colin. We'll catch you again, MN0TMG.
VD, just to be a quick final. Yeah, today is the 18th, so if it's the 19th, that's very unlikely because that's obviously tomorrow or Sunday. Although, some couriers are starting. I've had stuff from eBay delivered on a Sunday, I must admit. Courier company, of course, not Royal Mail or whatever. And Royal Mail is rubbish, by the way, these days. So, then for Royal Mail, then I'm not surprised. Anyway, yeah, I'll definitely, if you've got the cube though, I don't know if there's much point in bringing up the spider, but I certainly, I'll give you a call after the weekend and we'll rearrange something. So I'll not hold it because I know this is all way to switch with the network and stuff. So all the best. Speak to you soon, 73 2M0 VED.